All right, how's everybody doing out there? This is SVP Ricardo Suber, and I want to just shout out the entire Team Epic family. I wanted to do just a quick impromptu sort of training. I figured I had my headphones on, and I figured, hey, why not just go ahead and put some stuff together? So what I want to basically do, today's date is Saturday, February 4th. It is the day before the Super Bowl. I know most people are going to be busy tomorrow, spending time with family and friends just like myself. But I wanted to put together a quick overview of the ways that we get paid and really help you guys strategize to win. As the team continues to get larger, it's becoming more and more I guess, impossible for me to personally reach out to everybody all the time, but I want to make sure that you guys know exactly what you need to do in order to continue to progress. So let me go ahead and share my screen. And what I actually want to do first is remind everybody that probably one of your, it says my microphone is loud. Sorry about that. What I want to do, guys, is I want to make sure, hopefully that's better. I just want to make sure that everybody knows exactly where they need to go in order to get like literally everything that they need. And so 5links created this wonderful site, which is literally called my.5links.com. So whenever you want to share the presentation or whenever you want to pretty much get to your personal website or your virtual office, everything is here. So you guys can explore this on your own, but I want to make sure that you guys know where everything is. So first off, in the middle, you have like some updates. You also have a featured video. So for instance, I was watching this yesterday because I just got my Daily Dimes card. So I went through here, checked out how the points program worked. Awesome. It's absolutely awesome. Also right down here is the opportunity presentation. So if you're ever around somebody and you don't remember the exact link to go to, or if you want to use the company presentation, all you got to do is go to my.5links.com, and it is the second video. Now, the next thing I'm going to go to and show you guys, now of course you can stay connected with social media in the middle, but at the bottom you have important documents. So this is where you can download, for instance, the opportunity presentation. This is where you can get apps. This is where you get the quick start game plan, but I'm going to go to compensation and requirements document. And when you click on that, it brings you here. Okay? And so what I want to briefly go through is, how do you get from one position to the next? And this is something that you guys should know like the back of your hand. And I know many of us have an idea, but you don't really know until you draw it out and until you see it visually multiple times. So first off, I want everybody to understand, I don't care where you are in this business, understand that when someone gets into the business, when they sign their application, they are an IMR, but that does not mean that they are qualified. Because when someone comes in order to be qualified, they need 8 customer points, okay? Now, of those 8 points, here's what you have to understand. Of those 8 points, either one of those customers needs to come from a person other than the representative who signed up, or that person can sign up their own TV customer, okay? So my recommended way to get anybody started in 5links is number one, and I'm actually going to put this in a notepad so you guys can see it. But when someone gets started, they're excited, they're happy, they're in. This is the way I always break it down to them, okay? One second. Technology is awesome, isn't it? Give me 1 second. All right, when someone gets in, their application or their license fee is $249, okay? But then I let them know, and on day one, the goal is not only do they pay their license fee for $249, but then they also get Platinum Discount Network, or PDN for short, which is $49.95 per month. I just round that up to $50. So right now they're at about $300. But guess what? They only have 4 points, okay? Because PDN is 4 points, okay? So then the next step is, okay, well, how do we get them qualified? And this is something that they need, that you really want them to do on day one. So instead of just stopping there, make sure they get something. So first off, they really, really, and I'm just going to say they need TV. That is our flagship product. We aren't in a business where you just look around and say, well, I might get this, because no, they have to look at this from a business standpoint and not as a consumer. So you want to make sure they get TV. Even if they get the lower package for $50, that's another 2 points. Okay, so right now, again, they've invested, let's just round this up to 250. So they've invested $350 and they have 6 points. This is respectable on day one, but we shouldn't stop there, because for the last 2 points, I highly recommend either getting a Smart Builder subscription, which is $55 per month, and that gives them 2 points, or I recommend a Montevita bundle, which is approximately, I want to say about $39.99 plus shipping, which is 2 points, or any other 2-point product. Okay, now here's the beauty of it, guys. If you go this route, your total investment, yes, of course, it's about $400. But what it does is it makes them commissionable right away. They start to get paid right away. And you want to make sure that they clear this hump as soon as possible, because what happens is, if most people, here's what happens with most people, or unfortunately with people who end up dropping out of the business. What a lot of people do is they'll invest their $249. They'll say, I'll wait. Maybe they'll get PDN. So they'll get their PDN for $50. But then they'll say, I'm going to wait. We'll see how it goes. And then they end up dropping out. Okay? Or maybe they might get, let's say, a security customer, right? Let's say they get a security customer. That'll give them 1 point by default. That'll be a $300 bonus, but guess what? They're not qualified, so they can't get paid until they are qualified. So it's almost like, the best analogy that I've heard, it's almost like when someone wants to go to school, right? Or someone graduates high school and then is like, you know what, I'm going to wait on college for a little while and I'll go back later. We have a lot of people who do, but it's so much harder to go back later because things come up. And so the best way to get started in the business to launch somebody effectively is to really go this route. Help them get their license for $249, round that up to $250. Make sure they get their PDN for 4 points. Help them get TV, which is for the lower package $50. That's another 2 points. And have them get either a Smart Builder or a Montevita bundle. That's my best recommendation to get somebody qualified right away. Alternatively, especially if they're not shy, if they're working with a spouse or someone who's very supportive, have them get some of these outside customers. And then, of course, they shouldn't stop at 8 points. Your goal really is to knock out 12, okay? And I'm going to get to that in a moment, but what you could easily have them do is do an inventory. Have them and help them go through their personal website, sit down with them, and see what services they can get on their own, okay? So, now that being said, guys, understand that, of course, that IMR is now qualified. We've gone through that pretty thoroughly. The next step, once they're a qualified IMR, and as soon as possible, even starting, let's just say at day 2, help them get at least to 12 points and really help them get to 25. But when they're at 12, now they have all the personal customer points that they need to become an executive trainer. And then the rest of your efforts can be focused on getting their 2 frontline qualified IMRs. And if you haven't done this yet, you want to focus on this on your own. And the best way to do this, and let me go ahead and delete this, the best way to do this is with PBRs. Okay, so at least once a week in your first month in the business, on the very least, you need to be doing PBRs. The worst thing to do is to wait to make this happen. All right, and since it's the beginning of the month, since it's only early in February, my challenge to you is to go ahead and get some PBRs going and get them going out of the gate. This simply means you're inviting every and anybody to your home. Lottie, Dottie, and everybody. You're inviting people to your home, and it's as simple as when they get there, you introduce the speaker. First off, you tell your upline. If your upline can't be there in person, it's fine. But all you want to do is have finger foods, pretzels, chips, whatever. Don't cook anything. Don't cater, and definitely no alcohol. But literally, even if there's no presenter there, you go ahead and play some soft jazz music, right? Once everybody's sitting down, you let them know that you're grateful for them coming. I mean, it can be very informal. It doesn't have to be super formal. But the idea is that once they're there, they're listening to the jazz music. They're trying to figure out what you got going on. Of course, you're inviting them. You're letting them know you started a new business. You're excited about it, or you have to make an announcement. However you want to invite them, invite them. And then when they're all sitting down, play the jazz music, and then you go to presentation.5links.com. Okay, I'm running through this fast, but the good thing is this is recorded, so you can slow me down. Okay, but you can go to presentation.5links.com, and literally they're sitting down, and this is what you do. Step one, play a video that might maybe identify with some of the people in the room. So you could play the video of our upline Diamond SVP Tupac Durencourt, and you play it for them, right? And they're seeing, there you go, and they're seeing the lifestyle video, and then right after that, you can let them know that this is somebody that you're working with in the business, and then you just scroll down and go to the presentation. Play the 5 Links opportunity presentation. And you can make it full screen, and you could literally do a presentation and then have your upline there ready to answer questions at the end. You could do, I promise you guys, if you really want to push your business far, do one of these a day, okay? No matter how many people are in the room, whether it's 1 or 100, do one of these a day, all right? But even if you did one of these a week, it's hard not to have success because you're inviting people, you're doing it the right way, you're not relying on text, you're inviting them by voice, or you bring the presentation to them. It could literally be your computer, even your smartphone, but you definitely want to take this part seriously. So PBRs are the key to your success, to hitting executive trainer, especially in the next 30 days. And guys, I don't know if you saw the promotions, but if you get this, 2 frontline IMRs and 12 points in your first 30 days or before the end of this month, which is February 2017, then as a bonus, you'll get $250, okay? So that's the ET level. Now for all of the ETs on the team, to get to executive director, my best recommendation is to go ahead and make a bubble tree, okay? Let me see if I can doctor a little sample just for kicks and giggles for you guys, okay? So let me get this out of here. This is the one thing about Windows 10. Let me see, guys. 1 second. There we go. All right, so especially, I mean, everybody can do this. When you're brand new, you should have a whiteboard. Forgive my drawing, right? But you should have a whiteboard, and on your white dry erase board, you draw a bubble. All right, you draw a bubble tree. This is you. You, and these are 2 empty bubbles. And with your bubble tree, oh, I know what I could have done. I'm sorry, guys. But anyway, with your, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm completely, totally winging this whole thing if you couldn't tell. All right. Golly, how do I make that bigger? Goodness, guys. All right, hold on, guys. Hold on. No, I don't want to save changes. All right, so with your bubble tree, here's what you do. This is easier. This is you, right? That's your first partner, and this is your second partner, okay? And then you have a bubble for, I'm sorry, yeah, you have your bubble for your first partner and your second partner. All right, so this is you, first and second. And literally write the word you here, right? And then as you're exposing people, you want to visually keep this in front of you. When you keep it in front of you, you know where you want to go, and you have an idea of how you're going to get there. And usually what I do on my whiteboard is I'll write down the people who I've exposed that week. So I write down John. Maybe I share the presentation with him. I schedule the upline three-way call, and that's going to be tomorrow. Then I have Mary. Mary saw the presentation. She's not interested right now, so I'll just put not right now. And then, maybe I'll put the follow-up date. Maybe I'll follow up with her in 30 days. And then maybe it's James. James likes it, and he plans to get started, February 15th when he gets paid again. Maybe I shared it with Beth, and and so on and so forth. Maybe you plan to share it with Yolanda. You plan to share it with Jeremy. Maybe Joe told you he'd come to your next grand opening, which is going to be the 8th of February, right? And so on and so forth. And see, when you do this, guys, and you take it so seriously, you're writing this down, you got your appointment set up, and you're organizing yourself, you're going to fill in these bubbles. And as long as you're doing all the right things, make sure you're getting your own personal customer points, you're sharing this thing, you're going to get so good. But the thing is, I promise you, if you don't have this written out, if you don't have it written down, you're not having success in this business. So you got to treat it like the $1 million business that it is. So that's executive trainer. 2 frontline IMRs, and you personally get 12 points. You're an ET. To get to ED for all of my executive trainers, you're going to have 4 frontline qualified IMRs. And I know that's where I was. So instead of this, let's go ahead and scratch this. To become an executive director, let's draw it out. What do they mean by 4 frontline qualified IMRs? Well, this is you, right? Okay, now 4 frontline, here's what that means. And this is definitely not the most sophisticated piece of software, guys, but I think it does the point. So frontline, each one of these represents a line. And frontline means that it's direct to you, okay? So that's what they mean by frontline. So here's what they mean. Each person, each one of these bubbles represents a person on your front line, okay? Okay, so these are 4 people. All right, and so the thing is, when it says here, 4 separate lines of qualified IMR, that's what they're talking about. But of those 4 separate front lines, 2 of those have an ET. So here's what that means. So this could be Joe, right? This could be, let's make it short so it'll fit. That's Sue. This could be James. And let me see. This could be Jeff, right? Okay. So this is your, let's just say this is your organization. And the thing is, in order for you to become an executive director, well, how many points do you need? Let's start that off. You need 20 points. So the thing is, if you're getting your points done in the beginning, you don't have to worry about this anymore. But look, you personally have 20 customer points, okay? So I'm going to put 20 CP because this is what you personally have. I'll just put 20 customer points, okay? And then Joe, you want to, let's just say Joe put in his 2 people because Joe's trying to become an ET. Joe's serious. He's making it happen. And now Joe has 2 people on his team. Okay? And I'll just leave those blank just for the sake of time. But you want to make sure that Joe has his personal at least 12 points. Okay? And you want to make sure, let's just say Jeff is doing the same thing. He's on his path. See, the thing is, guys, if you've learned how to become an executive trainer, if you have 2 people on your team, all right, and they're qualified, you personally have your 12 points, well, you're going to just teach other people to do what you did. So you're teaching Joe. Joe is coachable. He's doing his PBRs, his grand openings. He's exposing. He's getting customers. Well, guess what? Now he's rocking. Let me just put some names in here. So let me put Jan, and let me put another name in here. This will be Neil, okay? So these 2 are qualified with their 8 points. And let's say Jeff doing the same thing, okay? He got his 2 people. I don't want to make this drag on, but I want to make sure you really understand, okay? Just by replicating what you've already done, All right. Jeff has, do I have Mary in there yet? Put Mary. And Jeff also has, um, shoot, I don't know, Sarah, right? So now Sarah's qualified, Mary, and this is the importance of getting qualified, because if either one of these people are not qualified, they do not count. Remember, guys, look at the word qualified IMR, 4 lines of qualified IMR. So if one of these people aren't qualified, it does not count as a line. This is 1 line, 2 lines, 3 lines, and 4 lines. And as long as these 4 people are qualified, like really, Sue needs to be qualified, James, Jan, Neil, Mary, and Sarah. And as long as this structure holds true with everybody being qualified, you become, let me draw my little smiley face, you become a happy executive director. I want to shout out Javon McCain because she just became an executive director. All right. And so as long as you have your 4 lines of qualified IMR, 2 of which are ET, you're an executive director. And to become a national director, you just replicate this. Okay. But just understand that these are the building blocks of the business. Okay. So hopefully that makes sense. This requirement right here will usually happen by default. All right. Javon's did. So I'm telling you, that's all you need to do. And it just follows those same building blocks. So just focus on this. So the last thing that I want to really talk about today, I didn't want to make this too long, but I did want to talk about, again, if you go to my.5links.com, at the bottom, again, I'm at compensation and requirements document. And so if you go to the second page, these are the ways that we get paid. So for any rep in their first 30 days, if you help them get their 2 frontline qualified IMRs and 12 personal customer points, they're going to get $250 if it's done in their first 30 days, which is why in the beginning, you don't want people to lay back, sit back, and fall back. You want them to try to knock this out as quick as possible, because most people wait till the last minute. And if you wait till the last minute, it never gets done. I've seen this hundreds of times, okay? Help them get to 3 people in 15 points in their first 30 days. It's $400, 4 frontline or 4 qualified IMRs, 20 customer points, $600. And if you get 5 and 25, it's $1,000. So you want to set the bar high. Help them get their 5 and 25 and let them know, look, we're going to go for at least 5 to 6 grand openings in your first 30 days. Let's do your first one right out the gate. Even if it's a messed up one, even if one person shows up, do it because it gets the cobwebs out of the way. All right. The worst time to act is never or tomorrow or next week. You want to act now. Second thing that you want to understand is that if you help someone get to executive director in their first 60 days, they get an additional $750. And so what you want to advertise, especially to your prospects, is like, look, not only can I help you get 1,000 here, but that's $1,750. That's $750 here. So you could tell them, look, if you want to make $1,750 sometime in the next 30 to 60 days, let's roll, man. Let's do this. Or if you want to make, let's see, what's 1,000 plus 1,500? If you want to make 2,500 in the next 60 to 90 days, let's rock and roll, and you can rock this thing. Or if you want to make senior vice president, let's just say it even takes you 6 months. But not only are you going to earn this 5,000, not only will you earn this 1,000, but you're going to earn so many more bonuses. You're talking $12,000, $15,000 in the next 6 months. If you know anybody who could use that money part-time and working this thing hard, they can really set themselves up to retire, okay? So that's how you break that down. Now, when it comes to, get my little pane out the way, when it comes to customer acquisition bonuses, this means that once you're an executive trainer, every time someone comes up onto your team, you earn up to $20. As an executive director, again, congrats to all of our executive directors, you're getting up to $40 per person who gets started on your team. All right, that's even if you didn't bring them in. All right, national directors up to 95, SVPs 125, and so on. So every time someone gets started on your team and they get qualified, oh, there's that word, We have to be qualifying masters. But when you get qualified, when that person gets qualified, those cabs pay upline. All right, it keeps you paid, and it makes sure that they get paid also. All right. Also, open line bonuses. Okay, so here's where I want to take a little bit of time before I close this thing out. I know this is a little long, but bear with me. This is your money, okay? This is your money. So now, when you get to executive trainer, which everybody watching this, if you're not at ET, please get to ET as quickly as possible. And if I've pressured you ever, I know there's some folks on the team, if I've pushed you to become ET so hard, if it's like, oh, Ricardo has this thing with me and ET, this is why. Because this is when you really start to see the effects of this comp plan. This is when you can start bragging to your friends, like, let me take you shopping because I'm an ET. And they don't know what it is. They think you're an alien or an extraterrestrial, but it means that you're really leveraging this business. So you want to do it. So here's what happens at ET. When you're an ET, that again, what does that mean? That means you're an ET. That means you have 12 personal customer points, see? And you have your 2 frontline qualified IMRs. Now, when you're an ET, here's what happens. Anytime someone gets started on your team, you're going to get at least $20. All right? But here's what else happens. Now, once you're an ET, every time you get, let's just say you hit, or 3 people get qualified on your team within any calendar month. So let's say 3 people get started on your team in the month of February. 5 Links will pay you an extra $100. But guess what? You're also going to get 3 times 20 because 3 people got started. So you're getting $20 per person. So that's $160 that you're getting just for 3 people getting started on your team as an ET. As an executive trainer, let's say instead of 3, 5 get started in the month of February. Well, that's $250 here, but also what's 5 times 20? That's $100. So guys, that's $350 just for 5 people. Mind you, you don't know any or all of those 5 people. You probably didn't bring them all in, but because you're helping your team grow, you're earning all this money. If 10 people get started, that's 1,000, and so on and so forth. And it gets even sweeter. So all of our executive directors on the team, again, Javon McCain, congratulations, because here's what happens. As an executive director, you can make so much money at this position because let's just say only 5 people got started on your team. Well, 5 people got started. Even if you didn't put in all the 5 and they got qualified, you get $500. But not only do you get $500 here, but let's just say you got $40 per person as an executive director. That's another $200. So what's 500 times or plus 200? That's $700, okay? But then guess what? Even though it's $700, you also get the ET money, okay? So you have the chance to also get not only the 500 here, but the 200 here, but you also get another $250. So that's $950 just for 5 people getting started on your team within a calendar month. And just gets crazier after that. Because what if 10 people got started on your team as an executive director? All an executive director is this structure, guys. You personally have 20 points. You showed 2 people how to hit ET. You got 2 other IMRs here. As an executive director, if 10 people got started on your team in the month of February, you personally get $1,250. But wait, you also get 10 times 40 or up to 10 times 40, even if we lowballed it and you got the 200. That's $1,450. But you're also getting this number, which is another 1,000. That's $2,450 in 1 month as an executive director. And the numbers just keep going up and up and up. And when you hit national director, you still also get the ET money. As a senior vice president, when we hit these numbers, we still get the ET money. So getting to ET is so key, and that's why you really want to pay attention to this, guys. And I know explaining this really quickly, maybe you don't get all of it, but just understand, get to the magical position of ET and build your business. Now also you have to understand why so many people are doing power hours all over the country. We have all this success. Let me show you some of the pictures. I'm going to show you some of the internal notes that I get as a senior vice president. As an SVP, I'm in a lot of different group me's, and this is a special group me for people participating in the power hour. And this is not rehearsed. I want to actually show you the pictures from this power hour and why we're doing this. Look, these are two SVPs. They're actively participating in the power hour. We have people taking place. Look, this happened today. At, literally 10 minutes ago, everybody who participates in these power hours, they're each bringing $2 to this meeting. They're going with a full list, and they're making as many calls to as many customers or potential customers as they can. Hey, Dad, can you do me a huge favor? Listen, Dad, I know you're busy, but this would be like loaning me $1 million. As you know, I'm in this business. I could really use your help. Could you do me a favor, help me out, and try any of my services, even if it's coffee? Look, what can you use? And Dad, all I need is a commitment and a time. When can we sit down and go through this? And maybe they'll have time now. Maybe they're curious. But I'm telling you, this is what this gentleman did, and he won the pot. Everybody who brought $2, it all went into a pot. This guy had the most customers, and he gets the entire pot. All right? Here's another example. And even if, look, and people are posting, look, this person says, I got an energy customer. She sent me the confirmation. Okay? These people did a power hour. There's only 3 of them, right? But that doesn't mean you can't do it with 3 people in the room. Shoot, you could be a power of 1. It's another success story. I didn't even look at these photos, guys. All right? These are more pictures from the power hour, more pictures from the power hour, okay? And this is how simple it could be. Everybody's on their list. Everybody's making phone calls. They're doing their thing, and they're getting their power hour stuff done. Look, a picture from another power hour. This is why you want to participate. Even if you're not in a market with one, guess what? Why don't you become the leader and recruit so that eventually your market could be like this or much larger? All right? This is another power hour. This is the lady that I just posted about in our Facebook group chat. She literally came as a guest, signed up, and got 16 customers in one day. She's going to be in the 25 customer club shortly. It's another power hour. This was a PBR that turned into a power hour. So you have so many examples of this, guys, okay? So I don't want to beat a dead horse, but understand that once you have 25 unique customers, that turns into an extra $100 per month. That is $1,200 a year. Cash money just for getting 25 customers one time. You get 25 people paying their bills on a one-time basis. It's $100 a month ongoing. And once you get 50, which is where I'm at, guess what? I can't remember a month, for the last 4 years where, just in that bonus alone, it's $250 a month, let alone all the residuals and all the cab bonuses and the open line bonuses and all this stuff, guys. This is a guaranteed $250 a month, all right? That is definitely a phone bill, let alone a regular car payment, let alone your gas or electricity bill. This is a good amount of change just for putting in the work hard one time. So we can't neglect getting to these positions. I see a great goal. If you're not here already, get to ET and get at least 25 customers, let alone 25 points, but get 25 unique customers, because this is the money that pays out. Now, on product sales, all this means is a product sale is any wellness product. So a product sale is something, for instance, like Montevita coffee or Montevita tea or a High Five Edge or a High Five Lean or the High Five Challenge. Those are product sales. So if you personally have under 24 points or under 25 points, you're getting a 10% commission, which is not bad. This is what gets paid to your upline, okay? But I don't care about getting this. I want you guys to get 50 plus, because you're going to be able to get 20% on all of your product sales. Again, all of your wellness sales, you're going to get 20% of those residuals of the commission value, okay? We get less as your upline, but we want you to keep the money, which is why we're pushing you to get to these points. Now, again, as opposed to customers, this is just points. So get your points up also, because by default, your points are going to go up. Go for these customer clubs, but once you have above 50 points, you're getting 20% on product sales. So I want to congratulate Mr. Kevin Smith, and I also want to congratulate Miss Natalie McCants, because they are two individuals on our team who have above 50 customer points. So that means every time that they sell a Montevita coffee or a tea or a High Five Edge, a Boost or a Challenge or a Lean, they're getting 20% of the CV, which is the highest CV you can get. Now, I'm going to show you where to get your CVs in this. Matter of fact, I'll show you guys now. Let's see. If you go to my.5links.com, again, if you go to the bottom, let's see. I don't even know if it's here. I would have to go to my opportunity PowerPoint. See, I'm learning just like you guys. I don't think it's in the resource cheat sheet. But there is a guide in your back office if you want to see how many points each product and service is worth. So if you want to see that, go to your back office, go to, I believe it's, I think it's under documents or under one of the categories, but go to compensation, and there's a document called product point values, okay? But understand, guys, that for each residential order, which includes anything in the home category, all right, for all of the new reps, go to my personal site. All right, if you go to your personal website, you click on products, everything in this home category, that's what they're talking about, okay? So everything under home, which is residential energy, TV, internet, cable TV, you have Tech 24/7, Safe Score, ID Guard, Home Security, Platinum Discount Network, and Safeguard Services. If you get any one of those products, okay, let me go back here. If you get any one of those, as the IMR, you get 10% of the CV. So let's say your CV is $2.50. 10% of that is 25 cents. Not a lot of money, but if that adds up, if you get multiple customers every single month, guess what? That adds up. But then when you get promoted to ET, instead of 10%, it's 10% plus 2, so that's 12%. When you become an ED, that becomes 15%, but then you have a huge jump at ND, that becomes 25% because you're adding all of these up. Now, when you close a business customer, the company said, we're really going to reward you because if you get any one of these business customers, all right, that includes payment solutions, which is credit card processing, commercial energy, text alerts, business elite, commercial security. When you get enhanced care, MD, smarter choices, payroll, or capital, well, guess what? Company said we're going to give you 50% of the CV. So if your CV is $12, you're going to get $6 per month, okay? And that adds up. And a lot of these commercial services, your CV goes way above that, okay? So understand that, and then for each promotion, instead of 50%, it's 51% at ET, 52 at ED, and then 57 at ND, okay? And then 67 at SVP. So understand how your money is getting paid, and then of course you have the platinum pool, which comes into play once you hit platinum. So I wanted to just run that through with you guys, and I want you guys to understand how rich this comp plan is. Last but not least, understand the promos that we have going on right now in February, okay? And in February, all right, you can go ahead and, again, how do I get this? You go to promos.5links.com, or again, you go to my.5links.com and you click on promos, okay? Like, they make things so easy because they want to make sure that you know where to get all the info. So go down. If you want to see what promos are going on for this week, just go here. Look, ET in 30 days. Not only can new people get this, but it says existing reps, all reps outside of their first 30 days must have all reps qualified and submitted between the 1st and the 28th, and you could get any one of these bonuses if done in this month, okay? That's just me paraphrasing. Read more for details. You also get double points on High Five Fuel, so it's 2 points. So if you're ever trying to figure out, well, how do I know when the promos are or what's going on? Go to promos.5links.com, okay? earn position bonuses. So again, ED in 60 days, it's 750. ND in 90, that's 1,500. SVP in 180, it's $5,000, okay? Open line bonuses, we just went through that, so understand where that is. You also have our TV promotion. So check this out, guys. In addition to everything else, in the month of February, let's talk about existing IMRs. All of us have the ability to earn $200 if you acquire 5 new TV customers, just yourself. That's what direct means. If you personally acquire 5 TV orders in February, you're going to get another $200. If you get 20 TV customers in February, that is $500. Mind you, guys, keep in mind, this will put you in the 25 customer club if you do this, okay? I promise, because once you have 20, you're going to get 25. And so not only is this $500, but guess what? It'll be another $250 because you're in the 25 customer club. Oh, I'm sorry. It'll be another $100 because you're in the 25 customer club, okay? And so that gives you details. So if you ever want to know details, it's all here. Revive your business. This is great if your business has expired. If you need help, contact your upline. Now, if you purchase 2 tickets to Atlanta, you're going to get a free virtual IMR. This is awesome. So look, you get one for yourself, get one for a relative or a spouse or whoever you're bringing to nationals, and they will actually give you a virtual IMR. Here's what that means. Let me make this clear. So let's say, back on our little drawing here, where's my little eraser marker thingy? Brushes, let me see. Hold on, guys. Hold on. So let's say this was your structure. You're not even in ED yet. You just wanted one more rep, okay? And the thing is, you don't have one. There's no one here. What that would do, if you bought 2 nationals tickets, that would make this a placeholder. They call this a VIMR, which stands for Virtual IMR. All that means is that this will never expire. It will always remain qualified. It's like a robot. You can't put anybody underneath this, and you can't add points to it, but it's a placeholder, and it can help promote you. Now, granted, when you get a virtual IMR, it will not help you get one of those quick start bonuses. So if you're an ET, if this was your structure, I'm going to go ahead and erase this now. But if this was your structure, let's just say this is you. Let's say you already got one partner in the business. Let's say this is, oh, shoot, darn. One second, guys. Let's say this is John. Okay, so let's say this is you. Let's say this is your first business partner, John. You're thinking to yourself, wait a minute. If I go ahead and get a virtual IMR, if I buy my 2 nationals tickets, that'll put a virtual IMR here. Is that right? That is correct. So you will get a virtual IMR here, right? However, stop. You won't get your ET bonus. If you're in your first 30 days, or maybe if you do this in the month of February, this won't give you your ET bonus because the virtual IMR does not count. I think I'm running out of space, but does not count toward bonuses, okay? It doesn't count toward bonuses. So in order for you to get your ET bonus, even though this will promote you if he's qualified and if you have your 12 points, this will promote you to ET, but you will only get your ET bonus if you put in a real live human being here, okay? So you would still need another real live qualified human being. We're going to call your human being person that you get. Let's call that person Tom. Tom comes in, Tom gets qualified, now you can get your ET quick start bonus. So that's what they mean, okay? I know I went into detail, but hopefully that makes sense. You also have your Zoom energy promotion. So you get 3 orders this month, or shoot, 3 orders between January and the 28th. You're getting $50. Actually, I'm getting my $50. That's awesome. I'm going to go for 5. You get 5 orders, it's $150. 10 plus orders, it's $500. You earn some great money even before you start recruiting. But look, also remember, once you get your 10th TV customer, your TV is free for as long as you have at least 10 customers, okay? This gives you details, but again, these are all the promos. So guys, look, I know this was long, but I hope this was helpful. But if you take nothing else from all this information that I told you, number one, please, for crying out loud, if you're not qualified, get qualified. How you get qualified, again, I think I got rid of it all. But you already saw how you get qualified. You or your new partner pay your license. Once you play it once, you never have to pay it again. But that gives you no points. Then help them get qualified or get yourself qualified, which is Platinum Discount Network. That gives you 4 points. And my recommended way and the best way to do it is another $49.95. This is for the lower package of TV. That gives you 2 points. All right. So now you're at 6, but how many do you need? You need 8. So guess what? For those other 2 points, I say either get a smart builder for $55, which gives you a sampling of all the wellness stuff that you can sample out, and it also gives you coupons, or you can get a Montevita bundle of some sort, either 2 coffees, 2 teas, or a coffee and a tea. But a Montevita bundle, which is about $39.95, that's 2 points, or any other 2 points. But you want to get preferably a wellness product. Get something that will help you clear right away, okay? That's my recommended way. That's about a $400 investment, and I'm telling you, that's probably the fastest way to get qualified. But find a way to do it and do it fast, okay? If you don't do it this way, do it fast, okay? And then, oh my gosh, if you're a qualified IMR, please get to ET. Goodness. 2 and 12, $250, especially if that's done in this month. Guys, hopefully this helps somebody, okay? And I'll post more content, but in the meantime, have a great weekend. God bless, and take care, guys. This is now over.